Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at how to deploy a .NET 5 application on Azure using a Linux web service. So let's get started.
Right, so this is a simple .NET application using .NET 5 from the template. Nothing added to it pretty much except some logging libraries. Right, so this works. So let's see how to deploy this. Right, so in Azure we go to App Services and we create a new app service. So here I'm going to select my resource group. It should be a Linux only resource group, so I will name it to Linux, and then I will say I will just rename this after me, more test MVC. Right, and then you select the runtime stack, you select .NET 5 early access, and we want a Linux environment, and select the region. And the Linux plan, if you don't have one, you can create new from here, but I already have this, so that will take some time to deploy. Maybe I will pause the video and alright, so it says here deployment is complete, so we will go to the resource and then alright, so what we need to do in order to make the pipeline is to go to the deployment center. So here, right, and then select Azure repos. I already have my project here, so that's why I select Azure repos. I already pushed this. You can select GitHub if your project is on GitHub, and then we select the Azure pipelines. Okay, you select the project and the repo and the branch. This is where it gets important here. If we click here the framework version, we don't see .NET 5, so we should leave this unselected. And I think if your app service is created with, for instance, .NET 3.1 and you leave this unselected, it will give an error. But I don't know why this will behavior here, but in this case, this won't give us an error. Okay. The startup command should be .NET, and then the project name .dll. This will take some time. I'm going to pause the video as well for a bit. Okay. It successfully set up continuous delivery and triggered build. So what we need to do here, because to go to the pipeline, right, and we will see that this has triggered the pipeline. So here we shall stop this because this is not going to work. We should like modify it a little bit. Okay, so this will cancel and we can delete it if you want to, and then we will edit it. So here this is also where it gets weird, because you can leave this unchanged and it will work even if it's a Linux web app. This can stay the same. You can change it. I think you can change it to Ubuntu and it will work as well, but this will work even if it's Linux. Alright, so I don't have anything to test. I can also delete the test. And then get sources. If you have a submodule, you should check out submodules. So I don't have any. And here, I don't think we change anything here. Yeah, we will just add here I use .NET Core, and we'll add it at the very top, right? And we'll make sure it's the SDK, and we'll make it 5.x, and we'll check this. Alright, and then yeah, here we will need to uncheck this, and we will provide the path to the project. Yeah, I think we are good to go. Save and queue, save and run. And this should work perfectly, and when this is done, it will trigger the release pipeline and releases to the web app. So I will pause the video until this is complete. So here we have the build pipeline run successfully, and it took around 4 minutes. Then we will go to the releases, and we see this is the release pipeline has been triggered. And yeah, and we can actually look at what's happening here. We don't need to change anything, but we can look at this and we see that we have the agent specification also of Windows, like the last one, and we can change both of them to Ubuntu and it will work, but this will work as well. So, and here we have the runtime stack is being set to .NET Core 5.0. And even if when we at the deployment we didn't select anything in the dropdown, this was selected for us. So I think this is the way to do it when you select the when you create the app service with .NET 5. Maybe it figured this out this way. And then this is a startup one that we specified before. And here the task version is 3. I don't know what's different in 4. But we don't have, for instance, the startup command and the stack version and so on. So we're not going to edit anything here. We will just leave it as it is and wait for this. I'm going to post the video as well. Okay, so this has been released. Let's go to test it. So here in the overview, and it seems that I misspelled test, but that doesn't matter. So here it's working perfectly. Thank you. Bye.